I just feel smart, guys. I just feel smart. Hey fans, I hope you're doing okay today. Welcome and welcome back again to my channel. This is Lynette, and I always talk about life and anything to do with life. I motivate, I educate, I inspire, I inform, and we can also entertain and travel. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being loyal. And if you're new into this channel, you are most welcome. Feel free to be part and parcel of this beautiful family. Feel free to join this beauty. Just join me. Just join this family. Join my family. So today I'll be in my to-dos. I'll be attending an online class, a webinar, which will be beginning at around 10. It is in India, but it will be beginning at around 10:30 Indian time, Europe time, but Indian time it is at 2. India is always ahead of Europe by like 4 hours. So it will be at that time. It will be a topic on organizational decision making structure in the age of AI. And yeah, I think I will share with you what transpires, and I hope to see you then. So just take me through this and we'll share some few knowledge. See you then.
This part of my research, I focus on how this remote work and this new form of organizing, like open source software development, is organized. And so in these new forms of organizing, you have very idiosyncratic characteristics. Like, so in open source, for example, there is no employment contract, and most of the work happens online via GitHub or any other kind of social networking tools. So there are different problems that we tackle there, like how they resolve disputes in open source software development, and how delegation happens in those kind of organizations. So finally, the core topic of discussion in this webinar is in the intersection of organizations and algorithms. So in this part of my seminar, I'll talk about what are the different angles or what are the different problems that you want to solve in this intersection between algorithms and organization science. So first part is using AI as a research tool. So there are a large number of problems in organization science, and you have now diverse kind of data, right? Social media data, Twitter, Facebook, and also a large amount of image or video data. So those kind of data can be analyzed effectively using machine learning and artificial intelligence algorithms like sentiment analysis, topic modeling, and also image recognition, image analysis, speech and voice analysis. So how we can use different tools that we have developed in artificial intelligence and machine learning domain, and use that to study all these different kind of data, and then come up with more effective solution for our friends in social science, for example. So this is one line of research that I'm doing with my colleagues from INSEAD, Professor Puranam, and also Viviana and Georg von Krog. So basically, algorithms, especially machine learning algorithms, have these features which is replicable and which has possibility to create robust finding, and at the same time you can tune the complexity of the algorithms. So this allows the researchers to become, let's say, more safe with respect to overfitting. So this allows us to bring in new tools from machine learning into the social science and organizational science in general to study the problems there. So another specific research domain is how AI as a technological change impact organizations. So as we know, a large number of decisions now in organizations are being taken by algorithms. And this technological change has a lot of problems with respect to socio-technical elements like fairness, reliability, interpretability. For example, we have seen from the past research that machine learning algorithms are able to and if an algorithm is making some errors, who is accountable for those errors? So this is in stark contrast to what we had in the 1970s and 1980s. So in that period, artificial intelligence was some form of expert system. So basically, the user of the algorithm could predict in advance what kind of outcome it will give. On the other hand, now with deep learning and machine learning algorithms, these are all predictive models, so they have probability of error. So whenever an algorithm makes error, so who will be accountable? For example, in self-driving cars, if the self-driving car is not able to detect a passenger or detect somebody crossing the road, and then there is an accident. So whether the car company is liable for that kind of risk, or whether it is the insurance company or the driver. So these kind of problems are socio-technical in nature, and one of the big problem because of AI as a technological change. And finally, the third line of research in this stream is AI as an organizational agent. So when you are using algorithms inside the organization, they have some form of agency. So basically, they take decisions, they change the environment, they also impact your decisions. At the same time, they impact your behavior. So this is also a new line of research. And in this line of research, one of our work is more in the direction of how we can actually design decision-making structures which combine humans and AI. So basically, we want to create teams where humans and AI are working together, and their decisions are aggregated in such a way that they add value to each other's decision. So in this paper, which was published in California Management Review recently, we come up with a set of structures which actually combine human and AI decision making. Right. So in order to come up with a framework, firstly we have to understand what are the differences between human decision making and AI decision making, and at the same time, what are the social factors involved. So we first analyze the differences between human and AI decision making, and then we go explain the social factors, and then we come up with a design to integrate human and AI decision making. So basically, so now in the next slides, I will go a little bit deeper into this design problem that we have. So how we come up with the design is, before we go to the design, we firstly understand what are the differences between human and AI decision making. So we come up with 4 different dimensions in this conceptual paper. So the first one is the problem definition. So humans can actually solve loosely defined problems, right? On the other hand, for AI, you need to come up with a problem that is very specific in nature. Basically, you need mathematical formulation of the objective function. On the other hand, humans can also, via intuition or via their heuristics or priors, they can even solve loosely defined problems. Alternative state, and it reduces the number of alternatives to a smaller size, and then the human takes the decision on that alternative state. Right? So basically, AI before the human is basically reducing the size of the alternative state. And then you have nature of decision. So decision can be learned from future. Basically, you can only use AI when there is a stationarity in the data generation process, right? And at the same time, human judgment and domain knowledge is very crucial for the final decision. So, and the delay can be admissible, because if you use a human in the loop, the delays are probable. So this is a structure that can be used in place like evaluation of ideas. For example, crowdsourcing of ideas, right? Like top coder, and also idea evaluation in open innovation platforms. So what happens in crowdsourcing is a company comes up with a problem statement, and that problem is put in a website like any kind of crowdsource IDEO or any kind of crowdsourcing platform, and thousands of individuals from different parts of the world provide solution to the problem. And the platform receives a large number of solutions. So because of that, the size of the alternative set is very large. So you can use artificial intelligence to reduce the size of the alternative set, basically do the filtering for the humans. And then in the speed. So human decision making is comparatively slow as compared to AI decision making, doing the selection process for the AI decision making. So here you definitely need to have a smaller, comparatively small size of alternative, because you have human before AI. And you also need to have this condition that decision can be learned. That means there's a learnability element to it, and then the future can be predicted from the data. And this is very useful in sports analytics, for example. So if a team wants to buy some candidate players, so like in football, so if you are a team, you want to buy some player, what the manager does is, manager comes up with a small set of potential players they can buy. And then they use sports analytics, AI decision-making tools to analyze the history of that player in terms of, how many goals they made, or what is their position, and what kind of games they play with computer vision technology that is possible now. And once the AI comes up with the evaluation in the smaller set, the managers then they decide again to come up with a final decision. The AI has perfect way of reaching the solution. So when you aggregate the decisions of human and AI, basically you are doing error cancellation. So you are correcting each other, basically, right? And at the same time, you are learning from each other. So there are already a large number of top management boards in several companies, especially in the venture capital, where they are already using this kind of decision-making structure where they aggregate human and AI decision. So basically, so in this seminar, I presented you with these three different research directions that are having a very, very high importance right now, which lies in the intersection of artificial intelligence and organizations. So organizations can be in multiple domains, right? So it could be a business organization, it could be a government, it could even be any kind of social organization. So in order to answer this problem, we have to firstly understand the problem in these three different dimensions. So the first dimension is AI as a research tool. So you as a researcher, so if you want to solve a very big problem in a society, you as a researcher can use AI to help you in the research. So basically you can use the AI tools like sentiment analysis, topic modeling to generate important insights from social media data, Twitter, Wikipedia, or even social interactions in Facebook. So you can also track the movement of people. For example, even now, a large number of governments are tracking the movement of people using your GPS data to see whether the lockdown is actually having effect on your life or not, right? And they also work using remote sensing data on the economy.
Finally, I'm done with the class. Actually, I really need to commend the professor, the doctor who did the session. It was so brief. Do you know brief? And straight to the point. Oh, Dr. Rush, you really did it well. He did it well. It was brief, straight to the point, whereby he just gave us the three structures of AI, whereby AI has become a research tool. AI as a technological change, and AI as an organizational agent. It was very brief, very brief and straight to the point. And it was like nowadays, most institutions, most companies, most organizations are moving towards the use of artificial intelligence. Those who don't know AI means artificial intelligence, which is very, very true. Because even nowadays, most people who employ, most companies employ through AI. You can find a company that needs female or a male worker with some specifics. So they just tailor the machine to detect the particular person they are looking for. So that is why some people say that AI is not discriminative, because we know in the world today, for you to get a job, we always use this term, technical know-who, not technical know-how. That's the term we always use. But now when you utilize AI, AI is utilized, it is presumed it doesn't have such discriminations. As taught by Dr. Rush, he's just simply told us that yes, humans can make decisions using few data. Humans can make decisions that really need very fast action. Humans, such stuff. But now he says that in the world today, there's lots and lots of research going on to find how human mind can be intertwined with the artificial intelligence, so that they give quality, so that this can be used for quality decision making. And it is found that humans can make error, yes, but now the errors due to artificial intelligence are deemed to be so minimal. That is why most companies are moving towards AI. And I am yet to ask him, because he was, the meeting was so short, and I'm yet to send an email to ask him, what about the human resource? What about the human resource? Will we be chased out of work because of artificial intelligence? So, artificial intelligence also, on the downside, it needs, on the downside, what was the downside? The shortcomings, it really needs efficient learning. As you know, for a machine to work efficiently, it has to be trained thoroughly for it to master some techniques. So that was the downside. Then it needs to generate robust and reliable, to generate efficient and reliable decision making or solutions. It needs to be fixed and trained well, because in most cases nowadays we can always hear that somebody just pretends with something that looks like something that machine knows, and you find people breaking into banks, people breaking into offices, because once something has been tailored towards what the artificial intelligence knows, it is very easy to fool AI. It is very easy to fool a machine. So that is all for today. I hope you've also picked one or two out of what I learned. If you have a question that you want to ask also, you can just leave in the comment section. Then maybe I will ask, or I will answer according to what I learned. Thank you so much for always moving with me. If you know you're always watching me and you've never subscribed, kindly just do my channel justice. Kindly subscribe. If you're new into this channel, you are most welcomed. Feel free to continue joining this beautiful family. Subscribe. Give a like, which is a thumbs up. Remember to turn on that notification bell so that you're not passed by any video in case of a new upload. And until then, let's meet in my next video. And for now, I would say bye-bye and ciao.